100 days in office is a very good time to assess how well an elected leader of the people has taken off. Of course, the job of governance is known to be quite tasking. And so tonight we'll be looking at how one elected leader has taken off and how well he has taken off in the last 100 days. Welcome to Mr. Governor Speaks. My name is Akinwumi Abodunde. Tonight, I will be anchoring this program with my very good colleague, Kemisola Ojowa. Kemi.
Akinwumi Abodunde, kẹ́bí ẹnìkejì mi ṣe sọ, èyí la pè ní àṣàyàn àṣálẹ́ ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ pẹ̀lú gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo. Èyí ni Lucky Orimisan Ayédàtiwa. Ìlúfẹ́mi lóyè làwọn èèyàn ń pè. Àwọn kan tiẹ̀ máa sọ pé ẹni Ọlọ́run dá. Gbogbo àwọn àlàkalẹ̀ ètò ta ní àwọn ìbéèrè lóríṣiríṣi nípa ètò ìdàgbàsókè àti ìlọsíwájú nípínlẹ̀ Ondo náà lè máa ní àǹfààní láti gbọ́. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì OSRC.
Thank you very much, Kemi. Okay, so let's specially welcome our guest this evening, the Governor of Ondo State, His Excellency, Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayédàtiwa. Your Excellency, thank you very much for joining us on this program.
Mr. Abodunde and Kemi, thank you for having me.
All right. Your Excellency, the business of governance, has taken off effectively in Ondo State. And of course, a lot of people can see some of the things that are being done. But you are the one in the driver's seat, and you know how tasking it is, the challenges and all. Now, I'd like you to assess the last 100 days in office. How easy, how difficult?
Thank you, Mr. Abodunde. Let me first of all greet all our viewers and citizens and residents in Ondo State. This is an opportunity for me to once again thank you for choosing my deputy and I to lead you for these next 4 years. Through the choice you made on the 16th day of November 2024, which was affirmed yesterday by the judiciary, the Election Petition Tribunal, that the choice you made is the right choice and that it cannot be stolen through backdoor. So I thank you so much. I also want to use the opportunity to also thank my legal team, that the leadership of the revered Chief Welelani Pekun SAN, leading all the senior advocates and other members of the outer bar in advocating and defending the choice you made on that day. And also to thank the judges for painstakingly looking through all the cases and give us a favorable judgment. Now we're here in the last 100 days. We've been sworn in on the 24th of February 2025. It's been a time to really work to fulfill the promises that we made to the good people of Ondo State. It's been tasking, no doubt about that. But at the same time, it is a choice that my deputy governor and I made to serve you. And service we will render to you.
Okay. Your Excellency, let me very quickly say that this program is being aired Orange 94.
The promises that we made to the good people of Ondo State.
Sunshine
it's a task, no doubt about that. At the same time, it's a choice with my deputy governor and I made to serve you. And now to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. With us on the program, Mr. Dr. Speaks discussing last 100 days in office of His Excellency Dr. Lucky Orimiso Ayedatiwa. And this program is being broadcast on Osrc television, Sunshine 96.5 FM and Orange 94.5 FM. Thank you very much for staying with us on Mr. Governor Speaks, an opportunity to meet minds with the Chief Executive of our dear state, the Sunshine State, Ondo State, Dr. Lucky Orimiso Ayedatiwa. We're looking at the last 100 days in office, and this program has been broadcast on Osrc television, Sunshine 96.5 FM and Orange 94.5 FM. Your Excellency, thank you very much once again for joining us. Okay, but before the break, before we went on break, we were trying to look at your last 100 days in office. And I'm curious. Yes, you said that it was a choice that you and your deputy made to serve the people. I haven't seen the last 100 days. I know that it's been tasking. Have you had any regret whatsoever?
Thank you, buddy. There is any moment that one ever think about any form of regret, because service to the people is, like I said, a choice we have made, and we're prepared and ready to do that. And that we have been doing the last 100 days. Like I said, it's been challenging at some point, especially when we had a brief incursion area of security in the state. I think about a month after our inauguration, we experienced a sudden surge in securing our farmstead in the forest area of the state. And that was a bit rattling, and we have to respond quickly to that. I think that is the only time I felt not regret, but that here you are here now to do the work, and the work is here, you have to do it. So we respond swiftly through our various security agencies, the Amotekun, the police, the military, and that has led to a lot of restructuring the security architecture so that we can tackle the menace of insecurity and banditry in the state.
Ṣé mo pé àwa oníròyìn àsomọ́ ará ìlú a tún jẹ́ aṣojú fún ìjọba láwùjọ tó túmọ̀ sí pé àwa la wà láàrin méjèèjì a máa ń gbọ́ nǹkan táwọn èèyàn sọ ń tà ǹjẹ́ tí ẹ mọ nǹkan táwọn míì sọ wọ́n ní ṣé bí wọ́n ní gómìnà yìí ò ní ṣe dáadáa láàrin ọgọ́rùn-ún ọjọ́ tó ti wà lórí àlééfà báwọn wá rí pé iṣẹ́ àkànṣe ojú ọ̀nà lóríṣiríṣi ń jáde àwọn kan ní wọ́n ní gómìnà padà ni wọ́n ní báwo lè ṣiṣẹ́.
Well, thank you, Kemi. Yeah, let me say that I want to thank my team, all of us, and the civil servants too. It's a joint effort. We have our plan from day one through our developmental agenda, the acronym our EASE, which is our guide through which we will reach out to every sector within the state. Like you know, our EASE, in which the O stand for order, security, and rule of law. That is the first acronym in that developmental agenda, the 7-point developmental agenda. So the area of security, we are there. That is the guide that we have, and each time, and that covers the entire sector of the economy in the state. So, and the resources to execute all of this, by the grace of God, we have it, and we are very disciplined in terms of how we utilize our resources. So it's not magic, it is effort, determination, tenacity, and that strong will, the political will to work.
Your Excellency, it's very exciting to hear you speak about governance with so much ease. You know, obviously you were prepared for this.
That's how I ease.
That's it. It shows that you're actually at ease doing the job. I'd like to take us to the different sectors. My colleague Kevin was talking about infrastructure development that you've embarked on, and I'd like us to look at some of the sectors. I know that we can't cover all, in 1 hour, but I'd like us to look at a few. Now, road infrastructure is key to development, and we see that you're doing a few things. Now, what is your priority? What is your strategy? What is your agenda for road development in Abia State?
Like you rightly said, road sustainable infrastructure development is very, very important for any society to develop, because through road you create access to different locations. You create link between one community to the other, between two locations to other, because road infrastructure is very key. It grants you access. People can easily access even your state, the various communities. For example, you know, Ondo State is an agrarian state. One of our priorities, not just road infrastructure, because every sector of the economy is very, very important. For example, security, order, and rule of law, very, very important.
Yes.
But for infrastructure, the road infrastructure is very key, because you have to connect, you have to create access, ease of movement, reducing times that you travel from one location to the other. It will help productivity, and that is one of the reasons why we have to embark on that within the first 100 days. And we also know that when people can move easily, they will be able to do their businesses, and from farm to town. It's very important. The importance of road infrastructure cannot be overemphasized.
But Your Excellency, I'd like to, take a look at how the spread of your road infrastructure. What does it look like? Are you concentrating the state capital? Are you spreading to all the senatorial districts? How much?
Every part of the state, every local government is important. Like the first 60-kilometer roads that we awarded, it covers the entire 3 senatorial districts, and we share them equally, knowing for sure that every part of the state, they voted for us during the election. So there's no case where you can say Akoko Southwest did not vote for me, therefore I will reduce my presence in that area. No, the entire 18 local government voted for us. They gave us the mandate. So every part of the state needs to benefit from our road infrastructure. It was spread equally. 60 kilometers in the southern senatorial district where I come from, 20 in central, 20 in the north, and spread across the various local government in those senatorial areas.
Even 2020,
yes. 20 in the northern senatorial district, 20 in the southern, 20 in central. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, of course, that is 18-0.
18-0.
lórí àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ̀ ṣì ń gbé náà là ń lọ sí ẹ jẹ́ ká tún sọ nípa ètò ààbò tó rẹ mẹ́nu balẹ̀ kan pé ó ṣe pàtàkì lóòótọ́ a mọ̀ pé ìpèníjà ètò ààbò yanjú láwọn agbègbè kan káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè tó túmọ̀ sí pé kò ń ṣe ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo nìkan àti ẹ̀dúpẹ́ ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo wọn níwọ̀nba kí làwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tíjọba yín gbé láti ṣàlékún ètò ààbò.
Ó ṣe olótù ọ̀rọ̀ ààbò ṣe pàtàkì torí pé tí àwọn aráàlú bá ń gbé lálàáfíà tí ètò ààbò dẹ̀ tó wà lórí wọn tí ọkàn wọn balẹ̀ pé àwọn lè lọ sí ibi tí ọkàn wọn fẹ́ táwọn bá sùn wọn ní jí wọn gbé ńlé á jẹ́ kí wọ́n lè lọ sí ibi tí ọkàn wọn fẹ́ láti ṣiṣẹ́ torí pé àti àwọn tó fẹ́ wá ràn wá lọ́wọ́ nípa ti ìṣòwò fún tí ìgbẹ́ tí ọrọ̀ ajé wa fi lè máa lọ sókè sí tí wọ́n bá rí i pé ìlú ibi tí wọ́n ń lọ pé kò sálàáfíà ń bẹ kò sáàbò bẹ wọn ní wá àwa dẹ̀ fẹ́ pé kí àwọn tí ó wà ní ìlú mìíràn tí wọ́n ní owó tó ń wá ibi tí wọ́n fẹ́ dá okòwò sí káwọn náà kan lè wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ wa ìdí ni tí a fi rí i pé ètò ààbò tó dájú ó ṣe pàtàkì a dẹ̀ ti gbé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ kan láti rí i pé àwọn aráàlú wọ́n wà lábẹ́ ààbò tó péye pàápàá torí bá a ṣe ń ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn agbófinró wa àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ọlọ́pàá àwọn sójà ní àná ìlàṣẹ pín ọkọ̀ tí wọ́n lè fi máa rìn kiri láti máa lọ káàkiri fún iṣẹ́ ààbò náà tá a ṣe pín fún wọn 150 ọkọ̀ la fún gbogbo àwọn agbófinró wa àti àwọn nǹkan mìíràn tá à ń ṣe fún wọn tí a lè máa sọ níta gbangba àti àwọn nǹkan mìíràn táwọn pè ní outpost station tí a ti kọ́ sínú igbó torí pé a rí pé àti inú igbó níbi tí àwọn àgbẹ̀ wà wọ́n ti máa ń yọ wọlé àwa náà ti lọ bá wọn náà àdúró mọ́ pé kọ́ máa pe àwọn agbófinró wa kọ́ máa sá lọ kọ́ máa sá padà níṣẹ́ àwa náà ti kọ́ ibùgbé fún wọn nínú igbó náà kọ́ wà ń bẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn ó wá jẹ́ kí àlàáfíà kó jọba lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo.
ẹ ṣé gómìnà wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ ti sọ nípa ètò ààbò yẹn ẹni láìpẹ́ ìpín ìpèsè ọkọ̀ bíi 50 fáwọn iléeṣẹ́ aláàbò káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo a lè fi ipá mú ẹṣin lọ sódò a lè fi ipá fún lómi tí wọn bá ṣe ojúṣe wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe tó àti bó ṣe yẹ kí ni ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ̀lé lórí.
iṣẹ́ tó ń ti yan ní a sì ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lóòrèkóòrè a dẹ̀ tún ń fi ọ̀nà míì ta tó ń gbà ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ àmì tó máa jẹ́ káwọn wọn yá sí iṣẹ́ náà a lè máa sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ ń ta torí ọ̀rọ̀ ààbò kò ń ṣe nǹkan tí a máa sọ gbogbo àgbáyé kan máa gbé ìta lè sọ́nà láti ń sọ yẹn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn kan là ń ṣe fún wọn irinṣẹ́ ìkan ìrìn bí ọkọ̀ tá a ti pín fún wọn àti àwọn ẹ̀tọ́ míì tá a mọ̀ pé a lè ṣe fún wọn tó máa jẹ́ kí ara wọn yá kí inú wọn dùn láti lè ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn a dẹ̀ ń bá àwọn sọ a dẹ̀ ń rí i pé wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ lóòótọ́ pàápàá jùlọ àwọn wọ́n jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn ni kò ń ṣe pé bóyá àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ààbò ti àmọ̀tẹ́kùn àbí ọlọ́pàá sójà nìkan náà ń ṣe gbogbo wọn jọ ń kóra pa àti civil defence gbogbo náà jọ ń ṣe a dẹ̀ ń rí ipa à ń rí àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe tó jẹ́ kí àná ti ń rí i pé ààbò ó dájú nípìnlẹ̀ Ondo.
This is Mr. Governor Speaks, an opportunity and platform to assess what his administration has done in the last 100 days, as well as the plans for the future. The program is broadcast on Osrc Television, Sunshine 96.5 FM, Orange 94.5 FM, Adaba FM, Crest FM, Fresh FM, Positive FM, Glow FM, Empire FM, and Breeze FM. Of course, essentially the intention is to ensure that every part of the state gets to listen to Mr. Governor. Your Excellency, thank you very much once again. Let's now go to the education sector. We all know that education drives development. The same way road infrastructure is critical to economic development, education is very important for all-round development. So let's look at what you've been able to do in education. Because again, the truth of the matter is that a lot of people have question marks about the education system in Nigeria. So what are you doing differently, your administration, to change the narrative, at least in Ondo State?
For education, really is one of our 7-point agenda, which is the E, the last E in our E's, which talk about education, human capital development, and entrepreneurship. We pay attention to education because Ondo State is known for quality education. I will not allow the standard to drop. Let me even give you an example. The last JAMB exam that took place, one of the best students that has the highest score, about 393 thereabout, is from Ondo State. So that is to tell you that education in Ondo State is one of our priorities. Now, some of the measures that we have taken in our educational development is by recruiting about 2,000 teachers within these 100 days of our administration, both for primary and secondary school. 1,000 for primary schools and 1,000 for secondary schools, total of about 2,000. And you know what that means in terms of financial cost. Now, not only that, we are renovating our schools, both the primary school under SUBEB and the secondary school with the TESCOM. We are renovating some of those schools. We are building more classrooms from them so that the teaching learning environment can be very, very conducive for both the students, the pupils, and the teachers. These are some of the things we have done. Also, in the state tertiary institution, we have increased our subventions, and they are getting their salaries as and when due. No arrears, we are not owing in any way. And these will actually motivate them, the teacher, the lecturers, to put in their best in teaching the students. Also, for our students who are in higher institution, bursary and financial support is there, apart from the national student loans that every student in Nigeria have access to. We have gone ahead to also support our own indigenes through other form of financial support. All of these we are doing so that the students can be comfortable in their various classrooms, in their hostels, those in higher institutions, and face their studies so that they can improve and then get the best as they are being taught. So these are some of the things we have done, and I believe, and we are still going to do more as we progress. Within 100 days, we've done all of this. That shows that in the days ahead, we can still do more for
But Your Excellency, of course, the cost to government is humongous. I'm sure it's humongous. I don't have the details, but from everything you've said, the cost will be humongous. Can you sustain what you're doing in the education sector? Can you?
Definitely, because we look at our resources before we embark on any project. We count the cost. And don't forget that of recent, we have just been adjudged as a state as the most disciplined, fiscal disciplined state in terms of how we have been managing our resources and paying back our domestic debts. We are the best in Nigeria, about 86%. Domestic debt of about 84 billion have been reduced to about just 14 billion. It's not by magic, it's just because of the attitude, our belief and political will to drive governance with discipline, with frugality, and disbursing our resources, with transparency and with so much discipline, so that we avoid wastage. We spend money where we should spend money. We are not frivolous in spending. And we have looked at it that education is very important, apart from other areas of the society that we have to also spend money on. So, and the resources we are getting currently also, all thanks to the President of Nigeria, President Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, with all the reforms, economic reforms that he has made states to get more money, even though the financial burden also have increased, but we also have more money from our allocation. And we're also working so hard to increase our IGR so that we can also generate revenue locally to meet our demands. All of these measures we are put in place. We avoid wastages, leakages in government, and then we look for a way to can get more. And some of our areas that even that are being owned by federal government before now, we are getting consultants to look into that so that we can have more money, so that we can do a lot of projects and programs that we are embarking on to bring good governance and a dividend of democracy to the people of Ondo State.
Àti akitiyan tí ìjọba yín ṣe lẹ́ka ìgbafẹ́ tàpé ní tourism láìpẹ́ yìí àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Arárọ̀mí seaside àwọn èèyàn ti sọ pé wọn mọ̀ lórí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wà nípínlẹ̀ Ondo kí la akitiyan yín pàápàá jùlọ lórí ìgbélárugẹ ọrọ̀ ajé lẹ́ka yìí.
Ṣé olóòtú ètò tourism ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó wà lọ́kàn wa láti ṣe torí àwọn ìjọba tó kọjá lọ wọn ò fi ìtara mú báwa ṣe fẹ́ mu torí ó wà nú àwọn ètò wa tí a ti ní pé a fẹ́ ṣe a dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nípa irú ètò bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ajé ló lè mú wá sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo. Nǹkan tá láti ṣe ni pé ká ṣe àwọn ọ̀nà lọ síbẹ̀ ká dẹ̀ lọ síbẹ̀ ká sọ fún gbogbo àgbáyé pé a ní àwọn irú nǹkan báyìí ń bẹ ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa ní Arárọ̀mí pàápàá jùlọ ó jẹ́ ibì kan tí àwọn èèyàn tiẹ̀ fojú sí rárá àfihàn tìgbà táwa débẹ̀ tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi hàn fún gbogbo àgbáyé àti àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè wa tẹ́ bá rántí ká tó ṣe inauguration wa ní oṣù kejì ọdún yìí February 24th a mú ètò kan lọ síbẹ̀ a dìídì ṣe ni káwọn èèyàn lè mọ̀ mo rántí ìkan náà àwọn ọmọ ìlú wa ń bí l'Ondo State bí méjì mẹ́ta nu wọn gbà táwọn ní òun ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé irú nǹkan báyìí wà ní Ondo State pé àwọn máa ń lọ sí òkè òkun kan tó ríru àbí kan lọ sékòó pé ní síta àwọn dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé irú ẹ̀ wà ń bí pé ká mú àwọn ká ṣe àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe síbẹ̀ kó lè jẹ́ kó tó máa lè jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn ní ìfẹ́ láti wá síbẹ̀ a dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn ni wọ́n ti ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìjọba pé àwọn fẹ́ wá ṣe àwọn ètò ńbẹ̀ in fact ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá ọmọbìnrin kan tó wá láti ìlú Canada tàbí Germany tó jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo òun náà ṣe àwọn ètò kan ńbẹ̀ tó ń kó àwọn èèyàn wá láti gbogbo Nàìjíríà àti láti ìlú òkè òkun tó wá ṣe ayẹyẹ festival ńbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn rí pé irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ wà bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé á jẹ́ kí ọrọ̀ ajé wa ní àwọn àgbègbè yẹn ní tourism kó fi dàgbà sí àwọn kan wọ̀nyí là ń ṣe a dẹ̀ ti ń ṣe ọ̀nà tó máa jẹ́ kí ààbò àti ọ̀nà àti ibi tán lè máa gbé ilé ìtura tán lè máa gbé àwọn èèyàn ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ẹ̀ ti fẹ́ máa kọ́lé gan so gbogbo àwọn kan wọ̀nyí ó máa jẹ́ kí ìtura kó bá ìlú àti pé ọrọ̀ ajé wa náà á tún lọ sókè sí.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Of course, we're going to go on a very short break in a few seconds, but I must say that that event, that activity at Ilaje, the Arárọ̀mí seaside activity, shows that you work hard and play hard.
Exactly.
All right.
All work and no play. Make Jack a dog.
All right, this program, Mr. Governor Speaks, is being broadcast on Osrc Television, Sunshine 96.5 FM, Orange 94.5 FM, Glow FM, Adaba FM, Crest FM, Positive FM, Fresh FM, Empire FM, and Breeze FM. We'll take a short break at this point. We'll be back with Mr. Governor, His Excellency, Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa. Mr. Governor Speaks is the program. Please stay with us. 100 days of careful planning and intentional investment promotion. Ondo State is lucky. Investment promotion is on the next level. The Ondo State Development and Investment Promotion Agency, ONDIPA, heartily congratulates our chairman, His Excellency Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, the Governor of Ondo State, for accelerating the development of the state in just 100 days. Your Excellency, in just 100 days, your administration in pursuit of economic development of the state has effectively activated the process of developing a free trade zone and establishing a 500,000 barrels per day refinery within the Sunshine Industrial City. This is unprecedented. Sir, at Ondipa, we are deeply grateful for your distinguished leadership. Congratulations, Your Excellency, Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, Governor of Ondo State. May your tenure continue to bring great blessings to our agency and the entire state. Barrister Emmanuel Omomowo, Administrative Secretary, Announcer for Ondipa Management and Staff.
Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
In just 100 days, Ondo State is indeed shining. Under the leadership of Governor Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa and his deputy, Dr. Olaide Adelami, the people are beginning to experience ease as promised. Ondo State has earned national recognition for strategic economic growth and job creation initiatives. Thousands of teachers have been recruited across primary and secondary schools to guarantee the future of our children. Our hospitals are better equipped with staff and state-of-the-art equipment. Giant strides in infrastructure like roads connecting rural and urban centers, moribund projects revived, while more roads have been commissioned. Throughout the 18 local government areas, the people are singing the praises of Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. Governor Ayedatiwa and his deputy Adelami are committed, capable, and courageous. 100 days of progress, 100 days of action, 100 days of the people first, and 100 days of ease. This is just the beginning. Ondo State, the future is bright. Odatiwa Odiroru. Osrc Media Group, under the leadership of Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, announcer.
Congratulations, Your Excellency, Governor Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, on your first 100 days in office. Your leadership over the past few months has demonstrated a deep commitment to the values of good governance, transparency, and the welfare of the people. These 100 days have reflected your vision for a more prosperous, secure, and united Ondo State. Your achievements in such a short time are commendable, and we are confident that the journey ahead will continue to bring impactful development, hope, and inclusive growth to every nook and cranny of our dear Sunshine State. As you continue to serve with dedication, wisdom, and humility, may you be granted continued strength, courage, and divine guidance to fulfill your mandate. Congratulations once again, Governor Ayedatiwa. The future is bright for Ondo State under your stewardship. Senator Olajide Imishagba, representing Ondo North Senatorial District, announcer.
Congratulations, Your Excellency, Governor Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa and Deputy Governor Dr. Olaide Adelami on the remarkable milestone of 100 days in office as Executive Governor and Deputy Governor of Ondo State. This milestone is not only a testament to your visionary leadership, but also a reflection of your unwavering commitment to the growth and development of our dear state. Your administration's early strides in promoting economic stability, infrastructure development, and inclusive governance are commendable and inspiring. We are encouraged by your support for local enterprise, agriculture, and job creation. In just 100 days, your administration's efforts in driving sustainable development and revitalizing Ondo State's economy can be seen by all and sundry. Once again, congratulations on this achievement. We wish Your Excellency continued wisdom, strength, and your service to the good people of Ondo State. Management, Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC, announcer.
100 days of our ease with His Excellency Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, Governor of Ondo State. Okay, we are assessing those 100 days on today's edition of Mr. Governor Speaks. Of course, this is 100 days, and it's a good time to assess what he has been able to do. In the last 30 minutes, we've tried to look at the takeoff of governance, and of course, in this second part, we'll be looking deeper into critical things that have been done. Mr. Governor, thank you very much once again for joining us.
Thank you.
Finding time to, be with us on this program.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Governor Speaks is being broadcast on Osrc Television, Sunshine 96.5 FM, Orange 94.5 FM, Positive FM, Glow FM, Adaba FM, Crest FM, Fresh FM, Empire FM, and Breeze FM. Of course, that's essentially to ensure that every part of the state has an opportunity to listen to our dear governor. Now, Your Excellency, it's given that the civil service is the engine room of governance, and there's really no way an administration can make great success, of its plans, its programs, and policies without an active and efficient civil service. Now, you mentioned earlier that the civil service is one of your key areas of focus, but in concrete terms, what have you been able to do with the civil service, the repositioning of the civil service, as well as the welfare of the civil servants?
Thank you, Kelly. Like you rightly said, the civil service is the engine room of any government. They've always been there. They are all career people who enter into the service, serving at different years, and they actually call the accounting officers of the various ministries through which any government, we roll out its policies and programs and projects. Now, you have to motivate them. You have to work, the relationship has to be cordial, and they have to see what you are doing. And that is what we have been doing with the civil servants, and through the head of the bureaucracy, the head of service, and all the permanent secretaries. And one of the ways, or several ways by which you can actually motivate them is when they get a promotion as at when due, and that has been going on. Their leave bonuses, they don't joke with things like that. Their salaries as at when due, in those days since we came on board, salaries are being paid before the end of the month. And that meant a lot to them. These are some of the things right now. They are getting promotion, as I went to, like I said, salaries, bonuses, allowances, and also they go for training. Every course, they are training. Some of them are professional, some engineers, some accountants, some administrative officers, and there are different bodies that organize training for their members every year. So we encourage them to attend all of these trainings, conferences, some locally, some nationally, and some even outside the country. We approve all of this for them to attend so that they can be, trained all over again. Because for you to perform, to increase your performance, you have to constantly be trained and there's something they said, learn, unlearn, and relearn, for you to be more efficient, more to be current. And all of these we encourage our civil servants to do.
You're sounding like a teacher.
Yes, I was once a teacher anyway, so I started as a teacher. So it's part of our policies, and that we have been doing for our civil servants. And they've been working, cordially with the government, because we have to be in sync. And otherwise, things will not move the way they should. So we are encouraging ourselves.
But Your Excellency, yes, earlier on you talked about hiring about 2,000 teachers, primary and secondary teachers, But we also know that closing the personnel gap will help, the civil service to actually function efficiently and effectively. Now, apart from the education sector, are you hiring people in other sectors as well? I'd like you to take two questions at once. The second one is, let's look at those who have left service. They are still your responsibility. I mean the responsibility of government. I mean the pensioners, gratuity and pension. How are you dealing with it? Because it has always been a big problem in this country. Are you dealing with it with ease as well?
Thank you for touching this area. Yes, earlier I talked about those who are currently serving. Those who have left service. In fact, we have been doing so much for them. We met a lot of areas where we came on board, many years back. And we have been defraying that, with bulk amount. Yes. And the retirees today are happier than before because of our policy, because I believe that it is not until when they died and then, they need to enjoy what they have labored for while they are alive. And that we have been doing. So, and those who have just, retired newly also, they do their processes and we approve them. So both those are serving, they get what is due to them. And those who have retired, they also get what is due to them. So all of this we are doing. Now you talk about recruitment. Yes, to cover gap of those who have left the service. Yes, apart from the civil service.
The education sector.
Yes, apart from the educational sector that I mentioned 2,000. Also in civil service, we also recruit, some personnel as at when they look at the head of service, they know they have their data, those who have left, and areas that there are shortfalls or gaps that need to be covered. So all of that we're doing. It's not as if it's a massive recruitment, but even lawyers in the Ministry of Justice, of recent, some lawyers were recruited. Also in the medical, the health sector, we recruited a lot of doctors, nurses, and other medical staff, supporting staff for the medical sector. All of these we are doing. So we continue to hire as at when services are needed. When we notice gap and we look at our resources, then we hire the number that we can take care of financially.
Ẹ ṣeun gómìnà wa, ẹ ń tò lẹ́sẹẹsẹ. Ó dàbí pé ẹ ti ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ìdáhùn fáwọn ìbéèrè yìí lọ́pọ̀jọ̀kan. Ẹ ti sọ oríṣiríṣi akitiyan yín láwọn ẹ̀ka tó pọ̀.
Tíṣà
ẹni tíṣà mo wá fẹ́ mọ̀ mo mọ̀ kì í ṣe dókítà o. Ṣùgbọ́n láti fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀, kí làwọn akitiyan tẹ́ tún ti ṣe lẹ́ka ètò ìlera?
Ẹ ṣe olóòtú. Nípa ètò ìlera, a ti tún gbé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ kan láti kọ́ ibi tó lè máa kó àwọn oògùn sí tí tó yẹ pé Ondo State ló ní pẹ̀lú àjọ àwọn kan tó ń pè ní Global Fund pẹ̀lú ìjọba ńlá ti Abuja tí a sowọ́pọ̀ láti rí i pé àwọn oògùn tá a máa fún àwọn èèyàn wa excuse me pé ó jẹ́ oògùn tí o ṣe èyí tó pé tó jẹ́ gidi ojúlówó tí o ṣe àwọn èyí tó ti tán ti pò ní àwọn ibì kan tá àmọ́ ibi tán ti ṣe wọ́n ìyẹn ló dẹ̀ ó ṣe pàtàkì àmọ́ ibi tí àwọn oògùn yẹn ti wá àti gbé owó ètò ẹ̀ kalẹ̀ ní Ondo State wọ́n pè ní farmer grade if you like ní ordinary man's language wọ́n pè ní drug house ibi tí àwọn máa kó oògùn yẹn sí àwọn dẹ̀ máa kó láti ibi àwọn ilé ìwòsàn wa èyí tó fi máa lọ máa ra oògùn àbí tó máa kó oògùn fún àwọn tó máa lọ rà tán ní mọ ibi tó ti ṣe àwọn tó pé wọ́n á lò mí ìtọ́jú wọn á tún bá nǹkan tó máa tún ṣe nínú ara á tún ju àìsàn tó ń gbé wá sí ilé ìwòsàn gbogbo àwọn ètò yìí láti ṣe tó jẹ́ pé ìjọba àpapọ̀ gan wọ́n pàtó fún wa nígbà tí a lọ commission ilé náà níjẹta so àwọn kan yìí láti ṣe a dẹ̀ rí pé àwọn ilé ìwòsàn wa náà a tún kọ́ àwọn ilé mìíràn fún wọn láti kó pé tó máa tóbi kán fi lè rí kán lè jẹ́ pé ibi tí wọ́n ti máa ṣiṣẹ́ á jẹ́ ibi tó mọ́ ibi tó máa fún wọn láàyè dáadáa àwọn nǹkan yìí náà láti ṣe àdéhùn àwọn dókítà náà lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ń gba wọn lásìkò tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ wá ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn dókítà fẹ́ máa wá sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo wọ́n á ní ibi tán ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ tán ti ń wọlé pé tiwa ó kéré pé àwọn ibìmí àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ mìíràn tí wọ́n ga ju tiwa lọ wọ́n fẹ́ wá síbí àánú àti ṣètò yẹn nígbà tá a débẹ̀ yìí la ṣe ètò yẹn pé wọ́n bá ti fẹ́ wọlé stẹ́ẹ̀pù yẹn tó yẹ kán ti wọlé tó bá ti àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ mìíràn tó tẹ̀ tún dájú àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ mìíràn gan ibẹ̀ dáhùn tí wọ́n wá jẹ́ kí inú àwọn èèyàn dùn láti dúró àwọn youth corps gan wọn fẹ́ dúró tẹ́lẹ̀ láti ṣe sáfíìsì wọn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo wọn ní wọn ń fún wọn lówó báyìí àwa náà ti tún à ń fún wọn lówó nígbà táwa náà débẹ̀ inú àwọn youth corps inú wọn dùn láti dúró báyìí nípìnlẹ̀ Ondo láti bá àwọn ìṣẹ́jẹ́ lọ pé a fẹ́ iṣẹ́ wọn náà torí pé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ dókítà wọn ò tí ì tó fún gbogbo iṣẹ́ ìlera nípìnlẹ̀ Ondo
àwọn èèyàn ti jápa
bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ti jápa tí ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn gan yẹ mọ̀ pé dókítà ò ṣe nǹkan tí a lè rí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì ìwé tó ń kà pọ̀ kò dẹ̀ rọrùn so wọn ò tó ṣùgbọ́n àwọn díẹ̀ tó wà náà láti máa tọ́jú wọn kán lè dúró a dẹ̀ rí i pé àwọn tó ṣẹ̀ ń jáde níléèwé tó wá ń ṣe service fún orílẹ̀-èdè àwọn náà máa ń lò tán fi máa ń ràn lọ́dún kọ̀ọ̀kan tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe wọ́n máa ń lò fún wọn so ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn fẹ́ dúró nípìnlẹ̀ Ondo tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ti ń dúró báyìí wọ́n á jẹ́ kí ọwọ́ pọ̀ lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ lè máa tẹ̀síwájú sí.
Okay, Your Excellency, let's look at governance. In the last few weeks, maybe 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, there has been so much talk about your cabinet. A lot of people have said after 60 days you were supposed to have appointed commissioners. A lot of people said, why do you have just 2? And beefing them up with special advisors and all of those talks. Now, why in actual fact have you not constituted your full cabinet?
Thank you for using that word. Full cabinet. It's not as if there is no cabinet. There is cabinet, and yes, you can say not full yet. It will be full in the days ahead. So let me just say it that way. There is no particular reason or any, but we have been elected, we inaugurated, and the same day of inauguration, I made a pronouncement and sent a letter to the State Assembly. And I also advised them on some special advisors and commissioners who are part of the cabinet. Don't forget that those who are part of the cabinet, apart from the governor and the deputy governor, we have the secretary to the state government as a cabinet member. We have the chief of staff to Mr. Governor as a cabinet member. We have the head of service as a cabinet member, other commissioners. So we have cabinet in place. So it is erroneous for anyone to say that within 60 days we violated the law by not having cabinet. We have cabinet in place. It's just that it's not so full, and in the days ahead, very soon, you will hear the announcement of appointing other members of the cabinet.
I'm sure that you have not really been able to sleep, especially with the barrage of people who will be seeking appointments.
Well, nobody has come to me, actually. That is it. Nobody has actually come to me pleading and begging for appointment. But I know people greet me normally, and we greet, that is normal. We exchange pleasantries. Pleasantries, exactly. We exchange pleasantries. But it's not as if I'm under pressure from anyone. And so we will appoint people. But the work is going on. Even without full cabinet right now, you can see what we have done within 100 days. So much. So work has not stopped. Work is not slowed down because we don't have full cabinet. Don't forget, like I said, the civil servants, they are working, they are accounting officers. We have political leaders who are working with them. So don't forget that everything stops at the governor's table. So we are working. But we need other people. Yes, of course. Yes, I take full responsibility for every actions of government. Every action of government, irrespective of which ministry or agency or parastatal, that are involved. But definitely we need more hands to join us, and that, will be announced very soon.
This is Mr. Governor Speaks. We will take another break now, the final break before we do the last part of the launch for the program. Please stay with us. Don't forget that you can view this program on Osrc television and, of course, its platforms, the social media platforms, as well as Orange 94.5 FM, Sunshine 96.5 FM, as well as Glow FM, Fresh FM, Positive FM, Adaba FM, Crest FM, Empire FM, and Breeze FM. Let's go on a break, the final, before we take Mr. Governor on the last part of the interview. Stay with us.
Beautiful is your name. Wonderful is what you are to me. Eba mi kira fún mama mi. Orisha mi yao, kò sí lálẹ́.
Every mom, a treasure beyond measure. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
dídùn ní ìrántí olódodo. Ó ti pé ọdún méjì tí bàbá wa Super Prince Rufus Sunday Aládégbòye ti lọ sinmi láyà olùgbàlà. Ọjọ́ 5 oṣù kẹfà ọdún 2023 ni olóògbé dágbére fáyé lẹ́ni ọdún 72 72 years. Lọ́jọ́ gbogbo nígbà gbogbo lọ́dún gbogbo làwa ọmọ aya àtẹ̀bí Aládégbòye yóò máa ṣèrántí rẹ o. Ọjọ́ 5 oṣù kẹfà ọdún 2023 dàbí àná ni lójú wa. Tẹ mímí ìkẹyìn, ọkùnrin takuntakun, oníwà tútù bí àdàbà. Àwọn ìwà rere yín làwa ọmọ aya àtẹ̀bí ń jẹ títí di àsìkò yìí. Super Prince Rufus Sunday Aládégbòye máa sùn láyà olùgbàlà rẹ o títí dọjọ́ àjíǹde tí pìyà ò ní sí mọ́. Àpapọ̀ ọmọ àtẹ̀bí Aládégbòye lolùkéde.
Òde ò bàbá mú wá ṣọpẹ́ torí ńlá.
Ó pé ọgọ́rùn-ún ọjọ́ tí ìlú Fẹ́mi lóyè olóríire gómìnà wa nípínlẹ̀ Ondo Lucky Orímisàn Ayédàtiwa ti gbàṣàkóso ìṣèjọba ìpínlẹ̀ wa lẹ́yìn ìbò gómìnà tó wáyé lóṣù kọkànlá ọdún tó kọjá. Ìdí nìyí tí iléeṣẹ́ àdìpọ̀ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo ṣe ń pe àwọn ẹni rere ìpínlẹ̀ yìí orí kò jórí ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ tó fi mọ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC nípínlẹ̀ Ondo àti jákèjádò Nàìjíríà láti wá kí gómìnà wa kú oríire fún bí ó ṣe pé ọgọ́rùn-ún ọjọ́ lórí àlééfà pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn àṣeyọrí tí wọ́n ti ṣe. Iṣẹ́ ń lọ kò dáwọ́ dúró o. Wọ́n ní yiniyini kẹ́ni ó lè ṣe míì. Àǹfààní tí wọ́n wà fún yín lórí àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ wa mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta Orange 94.5 FM, Sunshine 96.5 FM Alálàyé àti OSRC television pẹ̀lú owó ìdákọ̀mú láti kí ọlọ́lá gómìnà wa kú oríire. Ẹ kàn sí ẹ̀ka ìpolówó ọjà wa ní dojúkọ Mortgage Bank Òkè Ẹ̀dá nílùú Àkúrẹ́ àbílọ́gbà iléeṣẹ́ OSRC lóríta ọ̀bẹ̀lẹ̀ nílùú Àkúrẹ́. Ẹ sì lè pè sórí àwọn nọ́mbà wọ̀nyí 0803 563 5646 0703 358 080684355 08061367492 bó sì jẹ́ 08073211135 ẹ wá kí gómìnà wa lówó tí ò ga jara lọ.
ṣe tẹ́ ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí àkànṣe ètò tàpé ní àṣálẹ́ ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ pẹ̀lú gómìnà Lucky Ayédàtiwa. Ká tó máa dágbére ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré mú èyí ní kékeré. Wọ́n ní tí ọmọdé bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rìn wọ́n lá máa tiraka a máa stagger díẹ̀díẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn ní níṣèjọba yín wọ́n nígbà tẹ́ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ gbéra tán ni. Fún ìgbésẹ̀ akitiyan tẹ́ gbé ó túmọ̀ sí pé ẹ máa ní àwọn ìpinnu fún ọjọ́ ọ̀la ìṣèjọba yín kí làwọn ìpinnu yẹn.
Ó ṣe olóòtú gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ti sọ níbẹ̀rẹ̀ wípé a ti ní àwọn ètò tí a ń pè ní blueprint tí a ní fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo tí ìjọba yìí máa ṣe tó máa fi wípé lẹ́yìn tí a bá máa fi ṣetán fún ọdún tí Ọlọ́run máa fààyè fún wa láti ṣe ìgbà tí a bá máa ṣe táwọn ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ wọn rí pé ọkùnrin kan kọjá ń bì wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ìpàṣẹ́lẹ̀ tí a máa bá nípa ti ètò iná ọ̀nà omi ààbò gbogbo tó rọ̀ mọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí a ti kọ sínú ìwé wa tí a ń lò torí bíbélì táwọn à ń kà tá a fi ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn iṣẹ́ táwọn ń pè ní the blueprint for the developmental agenda tí a ní torí ó ká gbogbo nǹkan tí ó rọ̀ mọ́ ìgbé ayé gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn ní ìpínlẹ̀ wa a dẹ̀ ní láti ṣe lè ọlọ́dẹ̀ máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti ṣe sódà tó bá di ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ wa náà wọ́n á rí i pé àwọn èèyàn kan ti ṣe nǹkan tó àwọn kan ti ṣiṣẹ́ yìí tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n lè fi àwọn kankan lẹ̀ táwọn náà dé bá lónìí tá a rí àwọn náà ká tó lọ àwọn náà máa ṣe àwọn kankan tí àwọn aráàlú máa rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn kan tí mo ti kà lẹ̀ wọ̀nyí bí ọ̀nà iná omi ààbò àwọn iléèwé wa ilé ìwòsàn wa gbogbo àwọn kan wọ̀nyí la máa ṣe ọrọ̀ ajé wa gan agbèpalẹ̀ sí ibùdó tí a ń pè ní port lásìkò tiwa la máa ṣe ẹlọ́dẹ̀ máa ràn wá lọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ́ pé tí yẹn bá ti wà ńlẹ̀ àmọ́ pé àwọn ṣe pé nǹkan táwọn ará Èkó fi máa ń gbé ara ẹ̀ tó fi máa sọ pé tójú ò bá tẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn gbẹ̀tì ẹ̀yìn gbẹ̀tì yẹn gan ní òkun ibi tí ibùdó ọkọ̀ tó yẹ pé gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè ibẹ̀ náà ti máa lọ port náà ti máa lọ ń kó gbogbo nǹkan wa àná máa ní tiwa ọlọ́dẹ̀ máa ràn wá láti kọ́ lórí àti gbàwé ẹ̀ láti ṣe àsìkò tiwa náà dàdẹ̀ máa ń ṣe tí gbogbo aráàlú máa rí so àwọn kan wọ̀nyí náà la máa ń ṣe tó pé a jẹ́ kí ìgbé ayé wa kó rọrùn sí i adé Ondo State àwa di tiwa finally adé ọ.
ẹ ṣé gómìnà ẹkùn látẹkùn akérèmí.
Thank you very much, our viewer and listener, for staying with us on Mr. Governor Speaks on all the through all the channels we had earlier, mentioned as platforms for broadcast. But before we go, Your Excellency, there have been quite some messages we have received. Key amongst which flows from the free shuttle buses thing. A lot of people are saying thank you to Your Excellency for the free shuttle buses scheme that you have revived, and of course also a lot of people are talking about the media, the work you have done to actually make, especially OSRC, where we are, to make OSRC, what it take. You are gradually taking OSRC back to the one they used to know, the delight of the public. In the last 1 hour, we have been speaking with the Chief Executive of Ondo State, His Excellency Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa. And we've been looking at all of the things his administration has been able to do in the last 100 days, as well as projecting into the future. And of course, you just heard what he had, told each and every one of us. Your Excellency, thank you very much once again for joining us on Mr. Governor Speaks.
Thank you so much for having me and for this time.
We can only wish you the best in the days, weeks, months, and years ahead.
Amen. Thank you.
My name is Akinwumi Abodunde, and of course, I have co-anchored this program with
Kemisola Ojo.
So we'll come here again on Mr. Governor Speaks. Thank you very much. And of course, don't forget you have a responsibility to support the government all of the way. Please enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe.